News, 11 at 11.
Watch tonight.
Now, Channel 11 News starts with breaking news.
And breaking right now, a crash has closed the Squirrel Hill Tunnel in the outbound direction. Traffic expert Tricia Pittman joins us now. And Tricia, walk us through what drivers need to know.
All traffic could be detoured for quite some time. We're being told no time frame has been given on when they will reopen the outbound Squirrel Hill Tunnel. So traffic has to detour here. You're going to exit at the Homestead interchange and then continue over toward the area of the Homestead Grays Bridge. This is a look in the opposite direction. You can see right now that they do have investigators on the scene. We're being told this is a very serious accident with injuries. Inbound traffic is getting by, but if you are pushed off of the Parkway East outbound, you're going to have to exit at Squirrel Hill Homestead. Beechwood Boulevard becomes Browns Hill Road. That takes you over to 837. You're going to take the Rankin Bridge. South Braddock will bring you back up to the Parkway East. It is a lengthy detour. 837 heavily traveled any time of the day. And again, we don't have a time frame on when the outbound Squirrel Hill Tunnel at the Parkway East will reopen. It could impact the evening commute, so plan ahead and make sure that you allow extra time. Joe?
All right, Tricia, and we'll keep monitoring that accident and let you know when things clear up out there. Developing at noon now, Channel 11 is asking questions about a deadly stabbing in downtown Pittsburgh. We brought you this story as breaking news yesterday. Channel 11's Renee Wallace joins us now, and she's been looking into the suspect's past.
The big question that remains this noon is what motivated this suspect. Here at headquarters, police are not saying. So Channel 11 looked into James Wyatt's past to try and find those answers. When James Joseph Wyatt was taken into custody in downtown Pittsburgh yesterday, accused of stabbing one woman to death and seriously injuring another woman at this bus stop on 6th Avenue, he offered no explanation for the random assaults. So Channel 11 looked into Wyatt's criminal past and discovered up until this past April, the 23-year-old from McKeesport had been serving a 3-year probation after pleading guilty in 2016 for illegal gun possession, drug possession, and an accident involving death or personal injury in McKeesport. Wyatt served part of his probation in North Carolina and was also ordered to perform 100 hours of community service. This past February, Wyatt was charged with disorderly conduct by McKeesport police. He is now in the Allegheny County Jail, charged with homicide, aggravated assault, and weapons charge in connection with yesterday's bizarre incident downtown. Police are not releasing the name of the woman who survived that vicious attack. We are told she has injuries to the mouth, but she's expected to be okay. Reporting from Pittsburgh Police Headquarters, I'm Renee Wallace, Channel 11 News.
Now the Severe Weather Team 11 coverage. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh is here, and the weather out there is a big change from yesterday, Scott.
Yeah, yesterday we had the humidity, a couple of thunderstorms popping during the afternoon. We have cleared a lot of that out, and you step outside now, feels like an entirely different season outside. Live look at Tower Cam into downtown Pittsburgh. Had those puffy cumulus clouds, the fair weather cumulus, the cotton ball-like clouds, the one you get to sit on the grass and figure out which shapes are in the sky during the course of the day. Well, look at that dew point, 55 now. It's how dry the air has become. The dew point is the measure of the moisture in the atmosphere. The farther away the number is from the actual temperature, the drier the air generally feels, and that dew point is going to continue to head down for the next couple of hours. It will come up just a bit tonight, but not terribly. In the weekend forecast I'm piecing together, I think you're going to like the details in it. I'm updating some numbers for the weekend. I'll have them for you in just about 15 minutes.
All right, Scott, and Channel 11 looking into concerns about a pile of dumped electronics in Stowe Township. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer went to check it out. And Liz, things are set to be taken care of?
Yeah, that's right, Joe. So a woman posted on Facebook she was concerned because right by this bus stop on McCoy Road, she noticed this large pile of electronics. So we came out here, we looked into it, and the good news is we're hearing that it is set to be taken away. Now, we are, as you said, in Stowe Township, and off camera, we spoke with the owner of this lot here who says the TVs had been dumped around the area. So to be a good Samaritan, he gathered them here at the corner, and he has called a company to come and pick them up. TVs and tires are not picked up as part of trash collection. The woman who posted online upset that people have just been dumping them. But as I said, we are learning that they're set to be picked up, so some good news there. We're going to have more in an interview with that woman coming up tonight at 5. Reporting live in Stowe Township, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
All right, Liz, and we just got the mug shot of the father charged in the drowning of his 3-year-old daughter. Charles Mitchell is charged with involuntary manslaughter and endangering the welfare of children. County police were called to Ridgewood Court in Plum last this week. The little girl was found unresponsive outside the pool. She was taken to the hospital, but she didn't make it. Police say Mitchell left her and his 4-year-old son by themselves while he went inside to get a drink. He told officers when he came back out, he found his daughter at the bottom of the deep end. And Channel 11 is checking on the condition of a man who was shot overnight. It happened early this morning along Frankstown Avenue in the East Hills. Police tell us the victim is in critical condition right now, and they're looking for the shooter. One of the most common calls Ross Township police get is about speeding. To slow people down, they've put up this solar-powered speed radar sign. You might have driven by it. It's up along Rochester Road. The sign shows the maximum speed limit and flashes how fast you're going. Channel 11's Mike Holden joins us live now from Ross. And Mike, officers say it's already showing results.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing at this afternoon hour, Joe. Bottom line, slow down. It is as simple as that. Ross Township Police and officials right here behind us are hoping you will follow along with these signs simply based off of your health, your well-being, and other drivers on the road. Whether you are walking or driving along Rochester Road in Ross Township, you know how fast drivers can go. So township officials set up this solar-powered sign. It stands tall above the speed limit one. If you go over 35 miles per hour, it lights up red with how fast you're driving and tells you to slow down. If you obey the limit, it flashes thank you. Ross police can't be everywhere to crack down on speeding, so this acts as a great deterrent. Township officials say the warning actually encourages drivers to lighten up on the pedal and has proven successful. Folks in the area say it's a great safety initiative.
I think it works. I've seen people slow down. That worked right there.
It's a good idea. People slow down. You got to school up the street. You got to be concerned for the children. So.
Gotta look out for those kids. Safety bottom line. Okay, if you guys are watching at home, you're wondering, am I going to get a ticket in the mail? Is there a camera capturing me if I'm speeding? No, that is not the case. This acts simply as a deterrent, but Ross Township officials are stressing it appears to be making all the difference. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're taking a closer look at why they put them in, plus other locations where you may be seeing more. Reporting live from Ross Township this afternoon, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
All right, Mike, in other news this noon, loved ones have started saying their goodbyes to Washington native Nick Coomer. Hundreds of people came from all over the country to say their goodbyes to Nick. The 25-year-old was killed during Sunday's mass shooting in Dayton, Ohio. His best friend says he woke up that day to a friend's frantic phone call. He says Nick lit up the world, and even in his final moments, he did what he was known for, helping others.
That's what happened that night. He did everything he could to help who he could help. And he made sure those that were with him, he could help up until he could do no more.
Well, Nick was actually out with colleagues celebrating a job he had just been offered. There will be another viewing today for Nick. His funeral is tomorrow in Washington. Less than a week after a deadly rampage in Texas, a man walked into a Walmart in Missouri carrying a gun and dressed in tactical gear. It sent terrified shoppers and workers running for the exits. NBC's Ron Mott is in Missouri with more.
Male wearing a bulletproof vest and an AR around his neck has just walked into the store and is recording himself.
Police in Springfield responding to an active shooter call at this Walmart, confronting a man wearing body armor, carrying a tactical rifle, a handgun, and over 100 rounds of ammunition. This morning, jail records identifying him as 20-year-old Dmitry Andreychenko. Witnesses say he walked through the store, creating panic.
I'm still shaking. It's just terrifying.
A quick-thinking store manager pulled a fire alarm, urging shoppers to evacuate. A former firefighter who had a gun of his own held the suspect until police arrived.
I think it's great that that off-duty fireman was here. That was helpful.
In a Facebook post from February this year, Andreychenko wrote, "It's official. I hate Walmart. Apparently they won't sell rifle and shotgun ammo if you're under 21. New policy. However, I can walk into the store with a loaded .40 caliber and nobody says anything. What a joke." Overnight, Walmart released a statement reading in part, "The behavior of a customer was concerning to those inside our store, and out of caution, law enforcement was contacted. They quickly arrived, managed the situation without further incident, and no one was injured." Police are now trying to determine why the heavily armed man was there in the first place and whether he had more sinister intentions. The suspect in this case is facing potential charges for making a terrorist threat in the first degree. Ron Mott, NBC News, Springfield, Missouri.
And more details now. Walmart is removing violent video game displays after 2 recent shootings in its stores. It does not change what games are available for sale. They're just getting rid of the displays. Now, stores will also stop showing violent movies in the electronics department and hunting videos in the sporting goods section. Walmart is one of the world's largest sellers of guns and ammunition. Its policies on those sales remain unchanged.
Something needs to be done. The one thing that's off the table for me is doing nothing.
Now, people from across the political spectrum seem to agree it's time to revisit gun laws, but it doesn't look like lawmakers will be interrupting their summer break to deal with the issue. In the wake of the back-to-back mass shootings, calls are growing for better scrutiny, I should say, of who can buy and own guns. 200 mayors urged Congress to come back from vacation and vote. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that won't happen, but he is asking lawmakers to start informal talks this month so they're ready to vote in September. Presidential candidate Tim Ryan, who represents Youngstown, Ohio in Congress, says that's not enough.
We want Mitch McConnell to take this up and pass it and have President Trump sign it, and we're not going to stand for anything less.
Well, McConnell says the Senate will also consider red flag laws that allow police to seize guns if a judge says the owner is a threat. President Donald Trump has said he would support tougher red flag laws. The National Rifle Association reportedly warned the president that supporting gun laws could cost him votes, saying in part the proposals being discussed by many would not have prevented the horrific tragedies in El Paso and Dayton. Well, heads up to drivers in Mount Washington. Virginia Avenue from LaBelle Street to Bigham Street is closed while crews repair a water main out there. The work goes through 3 this afternoon. Customers along that road have no water right now. PWSA says they were notified via a robocall. Well, it's the FBI's job to keep Americans safe, but a new proposal by the agency has some saying they're going a little too far. And a mom and daughter are in a lot of trouble with the law this noon. How police say they illegally funded a lavish lifestyle.
Plus, dropping humidity throughout the day. I'm tracking how it's going to impact your plans heading into the weekend.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. All the best things happening in Pittsburgh in one place. Watch 11 Things to Do, Thursday and Friday mornings at 9:15 on WPXI Now and on demand.
Cover the news the same way.
Channel 11 covers news everywhere you live, not just downtown. More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live.
Weather and traffic updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Welcome back. Police say it was a family affair. A mother and her daughter are accused of spending $250,000 on a company's credit card. Investigators told Channel 11's Melanie Marsalco the shopping spree went on for years.
A mom and her two daughters are facing theft charges, accused of stealing from the very company two of them worked for. Lori, Amanda, and Lindsay Christ are accused of racking up almost $250,000 on company credit cards. Police say mom Lori was a bookkeeper for the Connors Group for 11 years.
She started making these purchases and funneling the money from the Connors Group to fund her own and her daughter's own lifestyles. She started back in 2015.
The Connors Group is based out of Washington County. Mom Lori and daughter Amanda worked there, but Lindsay never did. Police say the spending spree went on until March of this year between mom and her two daughters. Police say they racked up nearly $250,000.
Once you start doing it, you fall down that spiral pit of, well, first I could just pay for my gas, and then I could pay for my daughter's gas. And it goes from that to you're funding major expenses.
Investigators say Lori was responsible for making company purchases, issuing credit cards, making payments on company credit cards, and allegedly told her daughters they could make personal purchases with the cards. It wasn't until the company president picked up on some discrepancies and asked to see the books, he found a much bigger cover-up.
He had started to realize that it didn't seem right mathematically to how much money the company was making, to how much money they had. He had confronted her, asking her to see the books and to go through them.
Melanie Marsalco, Channel 11 News.
President Donald Trump's visit to Beaver County has been rescheduled for next Tuesday now. The president will speak at the Shell cracker plant out there. He's expected to talk about manufacturing and energy production. He was supposed to visit yesterday but canceled after the mass shootings in Dayton and El Paso. Police arrested a man for trespassing at Newcastle High School twice in 1 week. Officers say staff saw him with a knife the first day. When he came back the next day, they arrested him. The man told police he was just trying to use the fitness equipment out there. No students were in the building at the time. Oh, when your children return to school, some of them will be facing a tighter security. Students in the South Butler County School District will go through metal detectors. The superintendent told our partners at Butler Radio the district bought, I should say, 9 machines after a recent threat assessment by state police. They'll be placed at all schools now. Trained staff members will also search all bags. The FBI wants to monitor social media in real time, but it's raising some privacy concerns. The FBI plans to hire contractors to search platforms and give the agency advanced warning of violent incidents or cyber attacks. But the FBI also wants access to user ID numbers, emails, IP addresses, and phone numbers. Social media platforms have given user information to law enforcement agencies before, but the agency usually needs subpoenas or individualized requests. The death toll keeps growing from a massive wildfire last year in California. Authorities say 72-year-old Paul Ernest has died this week. He lived in the Northern California town of Paradise. That town was destroyed by the Camp Fire in November. It was the deadliest and most destructive wildfire in California history, destroying nearly 14,000 homes, and more than 50,000 people were left homeless. State investigators say a power line malfunction started the fire. Now, the chance for an above-average hurricane season has increased. Forecasters say conditions are now more favorable for above-normal hurricane activity because El Nino has ended. El Nino is the warming of parts of the Pacific Ocean and affects weather worldwide because of that. And the Climate Prediction Center previously put the chances for an above-normal season at 30%. Now they've bumped that up to 45%. Well, there have only been 2 named storms this year so far, but we're now in the peak hurricane season, August through October. Officials are now expecting 10 to 17 named storms. 5 to 9 of those are forecast to become hurricanes.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
The Atlantic Basin remains very quiet. No tropical development whatsoever around here. It's one of my favorite things to show, the visible satellite, because it's literally pictures of the clouds from about 35,000 feet. Notice all these little speckles of white showing up. Those are the cumulus clouds, those cotton ball clouds that kind of billow during the course of the day. It's called fair weather cumulus, and it usually happens behind a cold front. Cold front went through last night. You get the northwest flow of air, you get some cooler air aloft, warmer air at the surface still eroding, so you get that lift into the atmosphere. Kind of pops those popcorn variety clouds. We'll do this off and on throughout the day today. We'll do some of it tomorrow as well. refreshingly cool today. 71 in Franklin, 73 in Franklin, 75 right now in Pittsburgh, 73 in Butler. It's not that the temperatures are that much cooler than they were yesterday. It's the humidity has cut down greatly, so the air has a very light feel to it. Still only 68 degrees right now at Deep Creek Lake in Garrett County, 77 Waynesburg, Washington at 75 degrees. Weather in a word today, dry. And I don't mean just the air being dry as far as no rainfall goes. I mean the humidity is dry. That dew point has really cut down. So during the course of the day today, sunshine, few clouds from time to time, those puffy clouds, breezy and less humid today. Going to make it up only a couple more degrees to about 78 degrees today. And then as we head towards tonight, we're going to head down to Heinz Field, Steelers and Buccaneers, kicking off the preseason at Heinz Field, 75 degrees, mostly clear skies at kickoff. By the end of the game, temperature about 67. Going to drop down to the 50s tonight, so depending on your tolerance, maybe give the air conditioning a break tonight. And then during the day tomorrow, 77 degrees, partly sunny skies in Pittsburgh. Not a bad day whatsoever. This weekend, 100% of the weekend is going to be dry. Fourth time in the last 5 weekends officially dry at Pittsburgh International Airport, despite all the rain we've had during the week usually. So we head through your 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Monday, partly sunny, 83. Scattered thunderstorms on Tuesday in 82 degrees. Joe?
All right, Scott, and be sure to check out the WPXI streaming app. We'll have constant updates on the forecast and today's top stories. You can find it now on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Just search WPXI. Well, good news for your weekend. A spray park in Allegheny County has reopened after being closed for a week. Round Hill Spray Park in Elizabeth shut down last week because of bacteria in the water. We're told the system has been drained, cleaned, and refilled with super chlorinated water. The health department retested the water and gave approval for the park to reopen. The new Tedway Recreational Trail in Allegheny Township is open. According to the Trib, the nearly 2-mile extension of the trail travels along River Forest Golf Course from the marina to under the Freeport Bridge. It cost about $245,000 to build. And Channel 11 is following breaking news on the Parkway where the outbound Squirrel Hill Tunnel is closed. Traffic expert Tricia Pittman joins us in less than 10 minutes with how this affects drivers. And how a project in New Kensington hopes to make life a little more affordable for dozens of families.
News 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Welcome back. A big step has been taken to create more affordable housing in New Kensington as part of Wesley Family Services. The Pioneer Apartments are between 10th and 11th Streets in New Kensington. Officials held a groundbreaking ceremony yesterday to celebrate the start of construction out there. It'll include 36 apartments and 125 offices, all catered to behavioral health services. They also hope to add a pharmacy out there. The building is expected to open in about a year. And the old Worsley building is still on the market. Our Butler radio partners say the Butler County Tourism and Convention Bureau has been trying to sell it for the last month, but so far no takers. They actually bought it last year, but put it on the market after deciding not to fix it up. And it needs a lot of work after a fire ripped through it back in 2016. As you see there, the business sold paint and wallpaper on North Main Street in Butler for decades. And the old Pittsburgh Playhouse is coming down. You can see demolition is underway at the Oakland site. The building became vacant last year when the new Playhouse opened downtown. The site will be sold for development. Well, Smokey the Bear turned 75 years old today. The U.S. Forest Service and Ad Council unveiled a fictional character in 1944. The safety icon's message about wildfire prevention has remained the same for generations. Only you can prevent wildfires. It's one of the longest running public service campaigns in history, in fact. A badly burned cub found in New Mexico became the face of Smokey back in 1950. A little boy is just over a month old, and he's already at the center of a child abuse case. What police say the parents did to their newborn and why the couple's lawyer says this is just a big misunderstanding.
Clouds, we're out there this afternoon giving us some fair weather. I'm tracking that drop in humidity throughout the day.
Severe Weather Team 11 on Channel 11 News now brings you the 7-day forecast on your screen all the time.
During all of our weather reports, you'll see the forecast for the next 7 days on your screen.
With nearly 70 years of forecasting Pittsburgh weather,
Beginning of a warming trend.
No one has more weather knowledge than Severe Weather Team 11.
Just in time for the morning.
And now you don't have to wait for the 7-day forecast.
Westmoreland County.
Watch Severe Weather Team 11's 7-day forecast on Channel 11 News every day. Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
Breaking right now, crash has closed the Squirrel Hill Tunnel in the outbound direction. Traffic expert Tricia Pittman joins us now. Tricia, walk us through what drivers need to know.
Everyone being pushed off of the Parkway East outbound just before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel here at the Squirrel Hill Homestead exit, backing up heavily onto the Parkway West at the Fort Pitt Bridge and onto the approach to the Parkway East coming across the Fort Duquesne Bridge as well. You can see opposite side of the tunnel, the traffic is going in the inbound side. Outbound police investigating that very serious accident right now. So how do you get around this closure? Heading outbound again, they're pushing off all traffic there at the Squirrel Hill Homestead exit. You're going to come across the Homestead Grays Bridge, continue 837 down to the Rankin Bridge. South Braddock will take you back up to the Parkway East. You can see, though, those very heavy delays, as I mentioned, pushing all the way back through the city onto the Fort Pitt and Fort Duquesne bridges. So allow extra time. Now, no time frame has been given on when the outbound tunnel could reopen. We're being told it's a very serious accident, and while they investigate and reconstruct that accident scene, they must keep the outbound Squirrel Hill Tunnel closed. Just keep that in mind and allow some extra time for that lengthy detour route. Joe?
All right, thanks for the update there. And just 5 weeks ago, a local couple welcomed a baby boy. Now they're in jail accused of hurting him. Channel 11's Renee Wallace explains why the couple's attorney says it's not the parents' fault.
They look like happy young parents on social media, but police in Economy Borough have charged this Beaver County couple, Daniel and Mallory Yormosky, with abusing their 5-week-old baby.
We received a child line report that this child was taken to Children's Hospital.
According to police, the newborn was injured sometime in June while in the sole care of his parents. Doctors at UPMC Children's Hospital told police when they examined the baby on June 20th, he had several fractures to the legs and ribs, as well as bruising on his chin, hand, and leg. Doctors told police it was child abuse and no single act could have caused all the fractures and bruising.
We met with the district attorney's office, and they recommended charges being filed.
There were no fractures, and that this is not the result of abuse.
The couple's attorney, though, told Channel 11 police and doctors at Children's got it wrong. The child wasn't abused, but has a rare genetic condition.
The Cleveland doctor has determined that the child has brittle bone disease, and my clients are innocent, and there is another explanation which is being ignored by the police department.
Well, that was Renee Wallace reporting. The baby has been removed from the home and is staying with relatives. The boy's parents are jailed on $50,000 bond. We're with the Team 11 meteorologist Scott Harbaugh here now, and the drastic change in the weather today, it's quite a change compared to yesterday. I'm not sweating so much.
When you step outside, you definitely feel the difference. Sweat factor, we joke about that all the time. We say sweat factor's high on those muggy days. Not much of a sweat factor today. Beautiful look into Pittsburgh right now. A lot of great sky out there as far as the cloud cover, changing conditions throughout the day. 75 degrees right now. The dew point 55. That's that measure of moisture in the atmosphere. The lower that number, the drier the air feels. 73 is the actual air temperature right now in Butler and in Indiana. 75 currently in Washington. Look at the cool air all the way back to Toledo right now, 78. Cincinnati, 79 degrees. Great afternoon to get the pups out, even into the evening hours. Temperature still in the low 70s. Weekend forecast looks pretty amazing. I'm tracking how low that humidity is going to be and the best times to get outside. Full forecast coming up in minutes.
A rape trial continues today at the Westmoreland County Courthouse, but yesterday cops were called after a fight broke out between two families involved in the case. Greensburg police said no one was arrested, and the trial for Delonte Haynes continues. Haynes is charged with assaulting a child. Now, the boy, who is now 15, claims he was repeatedly assaulted when he lived in Arnold in the early 2010s. Haynes rejected a plea deal earlier this week. A new video from Ohio shows the moment a house exploded. Take a look here. This is body camera video from a sheriff's deputy called to the scene near Akron. You can see the home just engulfed in flames out there. Channel 11 told you earlier this week the fire is being investigated as a hate crime because racial slurs were painted on the home's garage and two nearby cars. Luckily, no one was hurt. Authorities are asking for the public's help finding a prisoner who they say killed a prison official, then took off. Man on your screen, Curtis Ray Watson, has now been on the run for more than 2 days. As NBC's Kerry Sanders reports, many across the state are terrified as authorities try to track down the man they say is extremely dangerous.
He could be anywhere.
Escaped convict and now suspected murderer Curtis Ray Watson still on the loose after escaping Wednesday from a Tennessee prison.
This man is considered extremely dangerous, and we need to find him.
Residents across the state on high alert.
Very, very scary.
Nervous. I don't even want to sit out on my porch. It's just the fact that he killed somebody.
The 44-year-old Watson, a convicted rapist and kidnapper, was discovered missing when deputies went to investigate the death of Corrections Administrator Deborah Johnson. The 64-year-old found murdered in her home on the grounds of the minimum security prison. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation now saying they believe Watson is responsible for her death, obtaining warrants for the fugitive for first-degree murder, aggravated burglary, and aggravated sexual battery. Johnson's son and daughter devastated.
You don't want to believe it. And even now, I don't want to believe it.
And urging Watson to give himself up.
Honestly, man, just turn yourself in. You're not going to get away with this. You will be found.
Watson, last seen in a prison uniform, looked like this when he made his getaway from a farm at the prison. Authorities also releasing older mugshots because Watson may try to change his appearance. What he can't hide, distinctive tattoos.
We need Tennesseans, as well as our partners throughout the bordering states, to be vigilant on this. He could be outside of Tennessee.
For Johnson's family, surprisingly, no anger.
First off, I would say that we forgive you.
Just incredible grace in the face of unspeakable tragedy.
Although she's gone, she's touched thousands of lives. And because of that, that'll be the most comforting thing that we do have.
That was Carrie Sanders reporting. Authorities are offering a $32,000 reward for information that leads to Watson's capture. A plane crashed in the backyard of a home, and a family of 3 did not survive. We brought you this story yesterday as breaking news. Now several agencies are trying to figure out what happened because the pilot never made a distress call. The plane was heading to Columbus, Ohio, when it crashed in the suburb of Philadelphia. It hit a shed and some trees. A man, wife, and their 19-year-old daughter were killed. Giant sinkhole is open on the north side. Take a look here, and we're hearing it could take weeks to fix this thing. The hole opened up after a 48-inch sewer line broke along North Charles Street. The Water Authority is making repairs out there. And Tom's Run Road in Collier Township has officially reopened to traffic. Public Works had been doing some emergency work out there after a concrete wall collapsed on July 26th. They had to fix up the road and replace the guardrail out there. The road was reduced to a single lane with stop signs, but is now open. Well, you've heard the phrase, if you build it, they will come. Well, it's taken 30 years, but Major League Baseball finally listened. How MLB will honor a baseball movie classic. And a Christmas gift from a woman to her dad reveals a shocking surprise. She's not actually his daughter. The answers the family is demanding now.
Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Why hasn't someone done something about this already?
Yeah, that question from a father in Ohio after he learned his daughter is not related to him. Here's what the story is all about. He found out after taking an at-home DNA test his daughter got him for Christmas. Joseph Cardaleone and his wife conceived through in vitro fertilization. So for 24 years, they thought their daughter was his. Well, after learning that wasn't the case, they did some research. That's when they learned one possible father was a doctor associated with the clinic they used to get pregnant.
Hard to explain the shock and agony when you find out that someone you love and care for, your own daughter, is not genetically related to you.
Quite a shock for sure. In a statement, the hospital said it was evaluating the allegations. I'll mark this date on your calendar, August 22nd. That's when the State Health Department will hand out free potassium iodide tablets at the Beaver Valley Mall. It's for people who live or work within 10 miles of the state's 5 nuclear power plants. The tablets, also known as KI, are taken in case of an emergency. They help the body block radioactive materials that may be released. Well, it's no secret that most Americans do not get the recommended amount of exercise, and that includes me and college students. But a new study found when students viewed physical activity as an outlet for stress, they were more willing to work out. And students said the support of family and making friends who also exercise regularly would help them stick with it. Good idea. Now, keeping your important credit information safe, that's the goal behind a new program at Visa, how the credit card giant is using artificial intelligence to protect your money.
Well, some tracking where temperatures could actually slip into the 40s during the overnight hours.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Murder, mystery, and the missing. Justice Rules profiles real-life crime stories. Mondays at 9 and 9:30, right here on
at 5, covering more news happening in Butler County.
This is Channel 11 News 11 at 11. Accurate details, experienced coverage, trusted weather source.
I'm tracking a strong storm moving into Greensburg.
All in the first 11 minutes of our newscast. Count on Channel 11 News 11 at 11 tonight.
Welcome back. Visa is testing a new artificial intelligence program to detect and prevent credit card fraud. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. Visa already has fraud detection systems in place, which the company says has prevented about $25 billion in credit card fraud. The new program is expected to be launched later this year. Well, if you're struggling to pay off debt, companies offering to make that debt disappear might sound appealing, but consumer advisor Clark Howard says that offer could leave you in a deeper financial hole.
The amount of credit card debt and overall debt we as Americans are carrying are both at all-time record highs. So more of us are wheezing with our debt, and that's made us vulnerable to something that was really hot last decade. That's credit repair scams, where somebody comes along and says they're going to be a magician and they're going to wave your debt away. All you have to do typically is pay them $1,000 to $1,400 usually. And there are now warnings from both the Federal Trade Commission and the Better Business Bureau about these scamsters spreading like locusts across America. Know that if you are having trouble with your debts, nobody has that magic wand. You have to work them out. The best place for you to go if you feel like you don't know who to pay and when, NFCC, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling. Check them out at nfcc.org. I'm Clark Howard.
And you can see more from Clark Howard on our streaming app. Just search for WPXI on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Well, Facebook is offering new outlets millions of dollars for the rights to put their content in a dedicated news tab on Facebook. Reports say they've approached Dow Jones and the Washington Post. Facebook would let the media companies decide how their content will appear. They would be allowed to choose between posting stories directly on their news tab or include headlines and previews with links to their own websites. Plans are to have the feature up and running this year.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
A cold front passed through last night. We did have a couple severe thunderstorms late yesterday afternoon and last evening. Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper was live on the air tracking those storms, and now back behind the front, fair weather cumulus clouds forming. A little northwest wind coming off the lake. In the winter, that would be problematic. We'd get some snow flurries and snow showers, but this time of the year with the air mass aloft, relatively dry, you get a few clouds to form, and that's about it. Once you get south of Morgantown, the cloud cover gets a little thicker into the mountains and coal fields of West Virginia. Still some rain showers down there during the course of the day today. Need to do anything outside this afternoon? Maybe just want to sit on the back deck and don't want to do any work at all. That's fine. Temperatures this afternoon very comfortable in the 70s. 76 the high temperature today in Butler, 78 in Pittsburgh and in Washington and Uniontown, making it to 79 degrees this afternoon. You will notice when you step outside that drop off in humidity. The air just feels lighter, and it's going to continue to feel lighter throughout the rest of the day. So comfortable conditions today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Humidity won't be a factor. Now, late in the day Sunday, we'll start to get a slight uptick in humidity. Really starts to uptick Monday. So by Monday, we're back into the muggy stuff again. And Tuesday, we're just flat out sticky again as the next round of showers and thunderstorms moves into the area. So forecast for today, sunshine, few clouds, nice little breeze driving in that cooler air from the northwest, and it's going to be less humid today too. High temperature 78 degrees. Tonight, Steelers open up the preseason against the Bucs. 7:30 kickoff tonight. Temperature about 75 degrees. Mainly clear skies, and if you're heading down to Heinz Field, maybe take a sweatshirt with you. A little tinge of fall during the second half as temperatures drop into the 60s, and the air will be dry, so it'll feel cooler than it has lately. All the way down to 58 overnight tonight. Just a few clouds out there. Very, very comfortable night tonight, and then during the day tomorrow, back up to 77 degrees. Mix of sun and clouds, low humidity, little breeze. Just a fantastic day across the area tomorrow. Sunday, not too bad either. Mostly sunny. We'll make it back up to 80 degrees. Now, if there's one hiccup in the forecast this weekend, could be a couple patches of fog tomorrow morning and again Sunday morning. Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper will have the latest on the locations most likely to see fog tonight on Channel 11 News at 5 and 6 o'clock. We're certainly not done with summer by any stretch of the imagination. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. We'll get a little warmer and a little more humid on Monday. Partly sunny skies, 83 degrees. Notice Monday night only dropping down to 68. And then as we head into the day Tuesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not an all-day rain, but some of these storms could bring us some heavy rain during the day. Tuesday, high temperature 82. Overnight low Tuesday night back down to 66 degrees. Joe?
We have so many people that are getting in contact with locals here. Family, friends, get me tickets.
Yeah, it's the must-have ticket of the summer. Why thousands are planning a trip to Iowa.
Seven-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Well, as the movie saying goes, if you build it, they will come. Well, now, for the first time ever, Major League Baseball is going to Iowa. The White Sox and Yankees will play a regular season game near the iconic Field of Dreams featured in the Kevin Costner movie. Major League Baseball will build an 8,000-seat stadium for the August 13th game next year. Neighbors welcome the money that will trickle into the surrounding restaurants and businesses.
Stuff down at the Field of Dreams, it kind of comes up here too, and it helps out a lot.
That is so neat. Tickets for the game are limited, but they're not on sale yet, so you still have a chance to get one. Well, the phrase El Paso Strong has been heard everywhere this week after a gunman shot and killed 22 people there. Now, a small print shop is helping spread the message of hope. Despite summer heat, people lined up outside a shop selling El Paso Strong t-shirts, hats, buttons, and even cookies. The shop says they were contacted just hours after the shooting by an artist who came up with the shirt's design, and word quickly spread online and prompted orders from across the country. And two boys are on a mission to inspire good in the wake of the Dayton mass shooting. 9 people were shot and killed, so the boys are challenging others to do 9 acts of kindness for 9 days. Support for the families of the 9 lives lost and dozens injured can be seen in many ways, from an ever-growing memorial to a fund that's been set up. And Javon Butler and Mason Moore are doing their part with the hashtag Dayton Challenge. The goal, as I said, complete 9 acts of kindness for 9 straight days in honor of the 9 victims. Good stuff. Well, Channel 11 continues to monitor a crash that's closed the Squirrel Hill Tunnel in the outbound direction. Outbound traffic is being detoured at the Squirrel Hill Homestead off-ramp. That's exit 74. The crash happened around 10:30 this morning. The tunnel was closed in both directions earlier, but has since reopened to inbound traffic. And to stay on top of things, just download the WPXI News app. We'll let you know as soon as the road reopens. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5, and you can get breaking news updates anytime on our streaming apps. Just search WPXI on Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire. Have a great day.
Watch Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
This is Take 5, highlighting Western Pennsylvania.